and not just say that we oppose Trump, because it's not just Trump. It's all of those millions of people that also voted for him. They're part of a whole movement of people, just like we are. But they're a movement that's going the exact opposite way. We see the hateful attacks that have happened all across this country, only 1 week after he was elected. These attacks are not going to stop unless there's a movement in the streets to say we're not going to take that.
They think it's okay to treat us like the bottom of somebody's shoe. And we are here today as minorities, as females, as people unified to tell Donald Trump, to tell those people, we are not afraid of you. We are here to tell you that we will fight you with unity and love. And if anyone has a problem with that, I want to let them know out there, I love you, my friend.
I admit that rage is uncomfortable. I am shaking to even be at this mic. But I will tell you this, as Major Renee Marie, write it down. I do not care anymore. Major Renee Marie, U.S. combat veteran to Kabul, Afghanistan. Holy man, when he spoke and we heard that audio tape on that bus, I experienced the same sexual assault in basic training coming up out of a foxhole. I did not know what to do. Fight, flight, and freeze kicks in. But I'm going to ask you, do not get into your reptilian brain of fight, flight, and freeze. Act in peace with rage. It's okay. We love the bully, but put the bully back in the playpen.
I woke up on November 9th and I wept for this nation. I wept because this country elected a bigot. This country elected the material dehumanization of how we identify. He actually hates us because of the color of our skin. This is a man who thinks he can grab and touch our sisters. I refuse to listen to my peers. I refuse to listen to red states who tell us that we have to give this man a chance when really they're telling us that we have to be silent. They're telling us we have to be quiet. I'm not going to be quiet. I'm not going to be silent. I'm not going to accept this kind of hate.
How many of you lived here for more than 20 years? Sacramento. So I guess that means you remember when the synagogues in Sacramento were threatened, and one of them, my own synagogue, was burnt to the ground. I'm asking that you don't forget us in this fight, because we've seen this. We have seen this before, and we said never again.
Never again.
Never again.
All right, who here is queer or trans-identified? Let me hear y'all. All right, I stand in solidarity with all of you. I'm an agender youth myself. We stand in solidarity with all our siblings who are marginalized like us. We will not stand for Pence's anti-LGBT rhetoric. We will not stand for his anti-LGBT plan. Pence himself has said the first thing to go will be LGBT rights. We will not stand for that. We have to not stand for that. We have to stand in solidarity with each other.
I am here because back in April, when this demagogue was, there was a threat of him being elected to the presidency, my mother came up to me. It was during dinner, and this strong woman who raised me without my father being around, she came up to me and she started crying. She started crying and saying that there was a threat of her having to go back to the Philippines. There was a threat of her not being there for me at all after this election. For every tear that this strong woman has shed, I will march one step. I am going to march one step for every tear that my mother has shed. And you know how I ask y'all to think about why you're here? I want you to think about why you're here and put that into energy and put that into your marching. Thank you.
How many of you, this is your first time ever at a protest? See, That's a good show. Thank you guys for having the courage to come out and join us. So it's very important that not only do we continue to hold these protests to make this noise, but we continue to network, organize, and be prepared to mobilize as soon as he attempts to put those policies in place.
I'm 70 years old. I never thought that I would be out speaking against racism, sexism again. I was part of the women's movement, and you know what? We're in this soup together. So we're going to have to stand together, and we're going to have to remember that this is beyond going back to 1950s, and I won't go back. And we must recognize that we are stronger together, and our diversity is our strength.
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters. My name's Tawny Stair Sweeney. I'm an activist with the Answer Coalition, one of the initiators of this rally today. I'm a teacher in Yolo County, and we have to come out and say there is no such thing as being neutral in this age we find ourselves in. We are fighting for justice, for peace, against racism, against bigotry. And brothers and sisters, I want to say we are in this for the long haul.
People of color, my sisters and brothers, here we are today in the 21st century where we have love on the front line. And love on the front line is a dangerous way to live. Because in the end, no one wins. No one wins through hate and bigotry. No one wins when the political system today has turned their back on the everyday people. And as we look and see all around the country, the children of freedom and democracy are crying. We're here now today to tell this new administration that these things today are not just, and we will not stand on these things that are not just. These things today hold for each and every one of us a revolutionary value of our hopes and dreams today. And I say today, we the people, we the purpose, and we the promise, stand on these things. These things are elevated today. Love is on the front line because you are that love. We shall not be turned around, and we shall not move. The only place that we will move is to move forward.